Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com, here for NTMarkets.com with your Friday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so interesting day in the ES yesterday. Um, the end of the day, really set up for the bulls to go higher. The way the timing set up, the way the pricing set up, and just kind of that whole day that you've seen before. You've seen it so many times before where we make highs, there's very shallow pullbacks, and we continue to make highs throughout the day. And it's set up to do one more larger kind of a melt-up high at the end of the day. And I get to say this for the first time in a long time, the bulls did not get it done. Not even close. So right now, we have a lower high. We have 1593 and 88 quarter. So we've got GDP in about an hour and 20 minutes. It's about 7:10 as I'm taping this on the East Coast. You got consumer sentiment at 9:55. The day is going to be about those two numbers. But at this point, after yesterday's developments, I'm really looking to sell a lower high and attempt to go up and meet this 88 number that fails. If I get that set up, I'm going to take it because you've got a nice little stop there. That you can put in place, for 2 or 3 handles. The pivots don't really set up in a cluster today. You've got the daily pivot down at 80, then you've got the 3-dayer at 72.75. 72.75 tends to be a fairly key area for us. So we'll see if we get negative news, if 72.75 wants to be support, or if that's an area that's going to get broken and turn into resistance. The 9-day pivot sits down at 66.75, so that would be something I'd be looking at on a deeper pullback. The 20-dayer just above 68.33. So from that, that 67 area, we've got double pivots. 45-dayer still sits down at 15.52. Based on yesterday's action, it looks like we want to do a lower high and go down back and go back to the middle Bollinger Band. The bulls ran it from 1530 up to 88, so they had a 58 handle run. I think over time, what we're going to see if this plays out is that we did lowers on both price and a lower high relative to the Bollinger Bands. Now the bulls can correct this with one good hour. I mean, we're sitting up very, very near highs, and if GDP is good and consumer sentiment is good, we could go ahead and take out 88, and then if we do that, then 93 is that's a fait accompli. Couple other things. Gold did what we were looking for. Traded as high as 1484.8. Anything over that, with that 1440 area in gold holding, it turned it into support, and basically there was nothing but air. We talked about this in the webcast yesterday. 1440 holds, and there's nothing but air back up to the middle band. Where do they go? They go middle band. So that was a nice little trade. Hope some of you got into that. And with respect to oil moved up to a moving average cluster at 92, continued up into the 93.80 area. I would just watch oil at this point and see if that moving average area wants to be support now, and keep an eye on the news in Syria because that'll, of course, impact oil. Okay, Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com for NTMarkets.com. Everybody have an amazing weekend. I'll be back Monday morning with another webcast. Trade them well, everybody.